Hi, this is Karen Gaines, your nonprofit finance guide, and today I'm going to talk about if you really need a grant writer or not. Over the years, I've talked with many executive directors and managers of nonprofit organizations. Within these conversations, these individuals have talked about the grant funding they received. They would share how they found a grant opportunity, completed the application, and was then awarded funding. Even as recent as yesterday, I was talking with an executive director, and she was talking about how she received a very large grant for multiple years for her nonprofit organization, which is very impressive. When I began working in the nonprofit world, I thought grant applications had to be done by trained professional grant writers. After some time, I learned this was not the case. Everyday people were finding, completing, and being awarded grant funding all the time. So, exactly what is a grant writer? A grant writer is a professional who specializes in researching grant opportunities and or completing the grant application. Some grant writers only provide grant research services and some offer grant application services. Of course, there are grant writers who provide both services. In my opinion, those individuals who win grant funding for their nonprofit have some things in common. So here are some things I noticed about the individuals who were awarded grant funding when they completed grant applications. They knew exactly what they wanted funding for. This means they knew what services they wanted funding for and for whom, meaning for what population. They knew how much funding they needed. These individuals have sat down and completed a budget, and they understand the costs that will be incurred for providing the services in which they need funding for. They have an eye for detail. Grant applications can be very tedious, and all the questions must be answered correctly. So this requires a person be detailed enough that they read all of the questions very carefully so that they answer the questions correctly. I also noticed that these individuals have time, or at least they create time to complete grant application. Researching and filling out grant applications, it takes time, and these individuals schedule the time to do all of this. These folks who are awarded funding are strategic in how they complete the grant application. They understand they must demonstrate to the funder that their mission aligns with the funder's mission and that their dollars will be put to good use. The most cited reason why people look for grant writers, I've heard, is that they don't have time to research and write the grant application. However, the folks who do not have time to complete grant applications often fail to understand that their time is still needed in order to complete the grant applications. Professional grant writers need to work with executive directors or the person in charge in order to gain an understanding of what they are looking for. Executive directors are also needed to answer certain questions within the grant application. Grant writers are not mind readers and will simply not know how to answer some of the questions. They know how to modify answers and make them sound professional, but they will not magically know how to answer some of the questions without an executive director's input. Therefore, sometimes, not all, is required of the executive director to complete grant applications. So, who are grant writers for exactly? In my opinion, grant writers are for individuals who need direction on where to find grant applications and have them completed. It is for individuals who need help identifying why they need funding and what to do with it. I also believe that grant writers are for those who lack writing skills. Grant applications must be completed in such a way as to communicate to the funder that their dollars will be put to good use. Individuals who have limited time. While some time is needed to complete grant applications, a grant writer can complete the application once they have the information from the executive director to do so. So, if you are looking to begin funding your nonprofit with grant dollars and are thinking of using a grant writer, think about why you are doing so. Do you want to ensure that your grant application is professionally done? Do you lack time to fully complete a grant application? Or are you simply lost with the whole idea of the grant application process? These are just some things to think about when determining if you really need a grant writer or not. I hope this video has been helpful for you. Let me know what you all think. If you're watching via YouTube, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching and have a great day.